Hi Aries, welcome to your January 2021 reading. My name is Gemstone and I will be doing your reading. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. How are you doing, Aries? We're going to get into your reading, and as I'm shuffling, I have so much to explain. I just want to get right into it. Very Aries energy. And I speak more to the energy of being impulsive, being right now, being now. How this reading is going to work, as well as the two readings for January are going to be in this similar format. The format is the energy that you're coming out of. So today we're going to look at the energy in a nutshell that you're coming out of. We're going to pull one card for that with the tarot, and then the energy that you're coming out of emotionally, we're going to pull a oracle card, and then from a different oracle deck, we're going to pull out the energy you're coming out of spiritually, and then we're going to do the same for the energy that you're moving into, and then towards the middle end of the month, you're going to get a reading. It's going to be romantic, the energy that you're coming out of and the energy that you're moving into. Now, I just did Libra's reading, and they felt like they were still in the energy that they were coming out of. So the moving into energy can be a prediction, or it can be your reality at this present time. Also, I want to mention that the description box below holds a horoscope formatted message that I received in the tarot reading that I did before doing this reading. In order for me to connect with your energy, I do a tarot reading and a meditation in the essence energy of Aries, just to connect with it. And through that, I recognize that the messages I get there can sometimes correlate to the message that is presenting itself before my eyes and yours in this video. And then other times it can be completely different. So when it correlates, I will mention it, or I'll do my best to mention it and connect the dots. And if not, just look for that if you're interested, or reading within a reading. All right. Now, also December's reading, I'm going to tag it. I'm going to put the card at 2 minutes right now. I'm going to put the card at 2 minutes. I always put the cards for the previous month or the previous reading, but I haven't brought your attention to it. So it's going to be there, or it already happened. The Fool. It will be there. So yeah, you can look to your December reading if you'd like. Let's get into the energy that you're coming out of. The Fool, it feels like you're starting something new. Maybe you're feeling a little more carefree. Maybe you're taking your life too seriously before, and now you're feeling more carefree. Those energies are contrasting. So the energy of the Aries card in the deck, in the tarot deck, is the Emperor, which is the serious card. So if you're moving out of the Emperor energy and into the Fool, it just feels the shift between taking life again super serious to more relaxed, more carefree, more autonomous of how you feel, more instinctual versus punishment and reward based. What energy is Aries coming out of? What energy? Yeah. The Magician. This came out in the reading that I did for you just before connecting with your energy here, or connecting with you here. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Six of Cups. So I feel what I was feeling in that, it's coming up here. So this is that moment where they connect. I feel like this year, or the past year, see, I'm speaking this year as if we're still in 2020. I also completely want to just mention, time is a construct of the third dimension, okay? So I'm adhering to the Georgian calendar and all that stuff because of all these planetary movements and all that stuff. The planetary movements are cycles on their own, but the Georgian calendar holds everything at the moment. In the future might be a whole completely new calendar system. So when I talk about time, I am fully aware that it's a limitation and it's an illusion. But going with that, because I know that it gives this dimension more structure. I feel like a lot of us are still in the energy of last year and are going through the transition. I feel like January is a transitionary month. I feel like it's even going to be February. I feel like when this energy starts to really manifest in terms of the energy that you're going into, will be more in I was going to say April, but I meant to say March. It's going to be more in March. I feel like right now, though, you're still in that energy of last year, and I feel like what's happening maybe is a reflection and now an understanding of what it is that you were in. I feel the energy of you not knowing your power, of you feeling out of control, you feeling powerless. you were unable to manifest what you wanted. And it was because I feel, with going back to the reading that I did for you before connecting here, was that everything just fell out of your control. Your mind fell out of your control, your emotions fell out of your control, and your finances specifically were the three things that fell out of your control. This feels like a step in the right direction in terms of you making connections, because I feel like this is your mindset right at this, or this is your mindset at this time. You recognizing, wait, I can think what I want. Like, I have the power to do what it is that I want. And you realizing that is showing you that you weren't in that space. Oops. For the majority of the last 365 days. Let's see what energy you're coming out of emotionally. I'm also getting a shift from being more logical and looking at life from an objective perspective to one that is involving the planets. Maybe astrology is something that you have just started to become more aware of or trust more. What energy is Aries coming out of emotionally? Change is just a message to you. It says, I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. And that's what I feel you were in. The state of stuck. Libra is in a similar energy. Well, similar in the idea that you guys, you both were stuck. But the reason is quite different. Another message. It says freedom. Yep. I possess the power and the freedom. The power and the free will to create my own happiness. Again, to the Magician, you feeling like you couldn't create. You feeling like you couldn't manifest. Things weren't going in your direction. Maybe you lost the love of your life. In your mind, you thought that person was for you, and you're realizing that now in hindsight. Your finances were kind of dismal. And your mind just all over the place. Lack of sleep. Another message. Wow. We have abundance. I am a limitless being and can manifest whatever I desire in the physical reality. We can't make this up. Aries is energy. That's what this card is all about. The Magician is all about manifestation. And I feel like that was not something that you could connect with this year. Okay. Here. Peace is the energy that we're coming out of. And it says, I am a being of love, and I release all negative energy. So the energy that we're coming out of is you holding on to negative energy. You not realizing that you're a being of love. And I wouldn't be surprised if your health was also impacted by all of the change that was taking place in your life. It says, I honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. I'm going to actually move this over here. So with change, freedom, and abundance, I feel change was the theme of that reading I did for you, because 3-5 cards came out, and 5 represents, or one of the representations of 5 is change and flux. Things are changing, and your awareness of that is phenomenal for those that are, and for those that aren't, maybe you're moving towards it, or maybe you're just plain out ignoring it and you don't know that you're doing that. But change was the theme of that reading. And I feel like I feel your awareness, I'm trying to say like less. I feel your awareness of that is going to change those changes in the opposite direction, where now you are in control and are able to do what it is that you want to do, what you want to think, what you want to manifest, what you want to create. What energy is Aries coming out of spiritually? We have Merkaba. The frequency of Merkaba supports our ability to use our consciousness to transverse into the layers of reality and dimensions. It activates our access to our Akashic. It activates our access to our Akashic inheritance as well, merging the totality of our experiences into our present to serve our highest purpose. This goes to that energy of those who are becoming or have become more interested in astrology, more interested in the cosmos, more interested in energy work in general. The Merkaba. I'm flirting with this idea. And I'm doing it. So here is the thing is, I feel like I'm all over the place because there's so much that I want to share. Number one, I said these readings are going to be short. We're 10 minutes in, and technically my goal is to get them all to be 15 minutes. Yeah, right. So you're going to be here a little bit longer. You're going to be here with me a little bit longer than I intended, and that's completely fine with me. Now, this is the physical representation of the energy of Merkaba. It's like all of matter, everything in one. When this is written out, drawn like it is here, you get all elements in it. Do I want to show you that? I feel like it's just, okay, I'm going to do it. So this, okay, yeah. Okay, here we go. So this blue triangle, just the blue triangle on its own is water. The blue triangle with this line through it is earth. So it would be the triangle with a line at the bottom, that's earth. Opposite. This pinkish yellow triangle on its own is fire, with the line through it is air. This could very well just be a physical representation of the universe right here. And this is leading me to believe that you are expanding beyond the constraints and limitations that this third dimension presents to us, having us believe that we are humans, humans completely, not spirits having a human experience. I feel like you're becoming aware of that, Aries. And I feel like peace was not at your doorstep, because this transition, it feels like the beginning of a spiritual cycle similar to Libra. Honestly, yeah, your readings feel similar. And it just to cast this out to other signs, it feels like a lot of signs are going through a spiritual awakening. Their self-awareness is broadening, which is what we call it a spiritual awakening. You're becoming aware of more. And that awareness is creating a lot of flux, because for you specifically, I feel like you're resisting that energy and you were scared of it. So things started to leave you, or at least that's what it looked like to you, because you wanted it to stay there because it was there in the past, not looking at it like maybe it's leaving for a reason, you know? So let's see what energy you're moving into. What energy is Libra? What energy is Aries moving into? The Lovers. They're moving into the Lovers with the 7 of discs at the bottom. Patience is what I get with that immediately. So you're moving from a space where you weren't connected to yourself to a space of integration. Yes, the Lovers can represent lovers, 2 separate people, but this feels like the integration of your masculine and feminine energies in one. So yes, there are the naked people down here, but up here, they're flying above. This feels like the purpose. This feels like the energy, these ones versus these ones here. This is where you were, and this is here you integrating and recognize, ascending, essentially. Ascending. Also, the sun is exalted in Aries. What that means, so the sun rules Leo, and the domicile of the sun would then be Leo. The domicile is just another word for home, the astrological word for home, let's call it. But it's exalted in Aries, meaning that it shines even brighter in that space. It's in an exalted position where it's like, oh my goodness, look at that beautiful sun. That happens with Aries. So when the sun is in Aries. And like I said, this correlates even more to this energy coming out in March, because when the sun moves into Aries, I feel like this energy will make a little more sense. Honestly, if it's March and you're watching this video and you're feeling what I'm saying, can you please comment down below? Because I'm feeling that very strongly. It feels like an integration, and it feels like it's going to be not as fluent. You're not going to be as fluent as at first operating your new self. It's going to be interesting, to say the least. Yeah, this feels like the energy that you're coming into. Oh. Acceptance. when I say fluent, it feels like there's going to be a lot of learning curves. There are going to be a lot of learning curves, and you're going to be counting them. The reason why I'm using the word a lot is because I feel like it's on your end, it's going to be like, oh, I didn't get it again. Oh, I didn't get this. I didn't get that. You're going to be counting and accumulating all these things, but it's just the experience. So if you're able to, instead of looking at this as a destination, but just a journey, like an experience, I feel like that will alleviate some pressure that you'll be putting on yourself. The energy that you're moving into emotionally is acceptance. It says, I'm learning to accept the things I cannot change. And like I said before, it felt like you were resisting your experience. And now with acceptance, it feels like more of that energy of you moving into alignment with it, with you allowing it to happen and not judging it so hard. What energy is Aries moving into spiritually? What energy is Aries moving into spiritually? What energy is Aries moving into spiritually? Sacral chakra. It reads, the frequency of the sacral or sacral chakra, the orange flower of life, supports our ability to flow with our desires and stimulate our creative power to manifest success and abundance in our lives. The complete contrast to the energy that you were in before. So what I'm going to do, I didn't do it for Makeba or for sacral yet. I'm going to read the try this section of the book. These little messages, little as in how short they are, feel like they can be helpful. So for Makeba, the energy that you're coming out of, Aries, close your eyes and move your awareness away from your body. Can you feel the space around it? Now forget about your body. Forget that you have one. Think of no body, no thing, no place, no time. Open your focus and allow your conscious mind to get out of the way. Linger in this place often and see how this changes your perception. Okay, so I'm assuming what they mean is linger in this space and see how this place changes your perception in your daily life. Get out of your mind and into your spirit. So that's the first, try this. We're going to look at the try this for the sacral. But to get to this for a second, I feel like those who are not open to the energy world or the energetic world are not because they're restricting themselves. They're holding themselves back. And I feel like the changes that you're going through are there because they're trying to get you. It can be perceived that you are being urged to accept yourself as an energetic being. So what they're asking you to do in this, try this, is to meditate. Focus on nothing by just moving things out of the way. That's what meditation is. It's not literally thinking of nothing, but when you think of something, to move it out of the way. And then just keep moving whatever comes up out of the way so that you can be in the moment. Just stay in the moment. Just stay present. Now, for the sacral and the energy that you're moving into, or sacral, try this. Close your eyes, Aries, and take a deep breath. Let go of your breath with an audible sigh. Now bring your attention to your emotions. How do you feel? Are you expressing yourself the way you desire in your daily life? Are you inspired, Aries? What do you do to express your creativity? How about your sexuality? Perhaps it is time for you to start a new project or new love affair. Interesting. And with that, it just feels like, remember, you're a magician. You have the magic wand. In the horoscope that I wrote for you, I'm calling them tarot scopes because I'm that type of person. In the tarot scope that I created for you down in the description, it ends with, you are the magician. So please remember that. Please remember that you're holding the magic wand. Even when you forget, it's still in your hand. Okay, it's still in your hand. You are still creating the world that you live. So if you are going through changes and you're seeing them the way you're seeing them, you can alter how you see them by just changing your perception. All right, Aries, I'm going to leave this here. You can look forward to reading in this manner for your love life, coming out of and moving into towards the middle end of January. All right, take care of yourself, and remember, you are the magician. Toodles.